In the heart of ancient Hebrew culture lies a treasure that has shaped faith, identity, and history for millennia: poetry. Far from being mere literary expression, poetry was the lifeblood of communication and a cornerstone of tradition. Its enduring significance reveals a unique art form that transcends words, speaking to the soul with profound truths and deep emotions. Hebrew poetry stands out for its unparalleled beauty and rich symbolism. Through techniques like parallelism, vivid imagery, and evocative metaphors, it conveys layers of meaning that resonate across time and cultures. It captures the essence of human experience: joy and sorrow, triumph and failure, hope and despair, while also drawing the reader into the divine narrative of creation, covenant, and redemption. For the ancient Hebrews, poetry was more than artistic expression. It was a vital mode of communication. In a world without printed texts or digital archives, poetry provided a memorable way to transmit wisdom, history, and beliefs across generations. Through psalms, proverbs, and prophetic oracles, these poetic compositions served as vessels of collective memory, ensuring that the stories of their ancestors and the words of their God would never fade. As we delve into this profound literary tradition, we uncover not only the cultural and spiritual heritage of the Hebrews, but also timeless lessons that continue to inspire and transform lives today. The power of Hebrew poetry invites us to see beyond the surface of words and enter a realm where beauty, truth, and divinity converge. The beauty of ancient Hebrew poetry lies not only in its profound messages, but also in its unique and intricate structure. Unlike modern poetry that often relies on rhyme and meter, Hebrew poetry employs distinct structural elements such as parallelism, repetition, and rhythm to create depth, meaning, and emotional resonance. These techniques make Hebrew poetry a masterful blend of form and content, where the structure itself amplifies the message. At the heart of Hebrew poetry is the art of parallelism, a characteristic feature where lines or phrases are paired to emphasize meaning. This technique creates a rhythmic balance and allows for rich layers of interpretation. Parallelism can highlight contrasts, such as in Proverbs 10:1, "A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother," where the parallel lines juxtapose wisdom and folly. It can also draw connections, as seen in Psalm 19 verse 1, "The heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands," where the second line reinforces and expands the thought of the first. This deliberate pairing of ideas invites readers to meditate on the relationships between concepts, enhancing their understanding of the text. Repetition is another powerful tool in Hebrew poetry, used to instill a sense of urgency and emotional impact. By repeating words, phrases, or even entire verses, the poets create a rhythm that captures attention and reinforces key themes. For instance, Psalm 136 repeats the phrase, "His love endures forever," in every verse, driving home the enduring faithfulness of God. This repetition not only aids memorability, but also evokes a sense of reverence and awe, drawing the audience into a deeper connection with the text. The rhythm of Hebrew poetry is often subtle, shaped more by the natural flow of the language than by strict metrical patterns. This rhythm works in harmony with parallelism and repetition, creating a cadence that engages both the mind and the heart. The structure mirrors the message, reflecting the ebb and flow of life's emotions, from lament to praise, from despair to hope. Through its structural elements, ancient Hebrew poetry achieves a timeless and universal appeal. It demonstrates that form and content are inseparable, with the architecture of the text serving as a vehicle for its profound truths. By delving into the structure of Hebrew poetry, we uncover not just its artistic brilliance, but also the intentionality behind its every word and phrase. inviting us to engage with it on a deeper and more meaningful level. Ancient Hebrew poetry is a profound tapestry of symbols, where every image and metaphor carries layers of meaning that transcend time and culture. These symbols are not merely artistic flourishes, they are powerful tools used to convey deeper truths about faith, creation, and the human experience. For the ancient Hebrews, poetry was a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, drawing readers into a deeper understanding of God and His world. One of the most prominent symbols in Hebrew poetry is light and darkness. Light often represents God's presence, truth and guidance, illuminating paths and offering hope. In contrast, darkness signifies chaos, sin, and separation from God. A verse like Psalm 27:1, which declares, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" demonstrates how light is used to communicate divine protection and assurance in uncertain times. Another rich set of symbols comes from nature, mountains and valleys. Mountains frequently symbolize God's majesty and the intersection between heaven and earth, as seen in Mount Sinai or Mount Zion. They are places of revelation and worship, representing the greatness of God. Valleys, however, often signify trials or low points in life, yet they are not devoid of hope. Psalm 23:4 reassures us with the words, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." In this imagery, valleys remind us that God's presence remains constant, even in the most challenging moments. Water and the desert are also central themes in Hebrew poetry. Water symbolizes life, renewal, and divine provision, while the desert often represents barrenness, testing, and spiritual struggle. The contrast between these symbols is striking, as seen in Psalm 42:1. "As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God." Here, water reflects the soul's desperate longing for God in times of spiritual dryness, drawing a vivid picture of human dependence on the divine. These symbols were deeply rooted in the worldview of the ancient Hebrews. They saw the natural world as an expression of God's character and His relationship with humanity. Light, mountains, water, and deserts were not just physical realities, but reflections of spiritual truths. For instance, the imagery of the desert often calls to mind Israel's journey through the wilderness, where God provided manna and water, turning a barren land into a place of divine provision. The beauty of Hebrew poetry lies in its ability to connect the tangible with the intangible. Through its symbols, it invites readers to experience divine truths in a deeply personal and relatable way. These symbols continue to resonate today, offering timeless insights into the nature of God, the struggles of life, and the hope that sustains us. Ancient Hebrew poetry, with its symbolic richness, speaks across generations, drawing us closer to the eternal truths it seeks to reveal. Ancient Hebrew poetry was not created in a vacuum. It was deeply embedded in the social, political, and religious realities of its time. These poems were a reflection of the lived experiences of the Hebrew people, shaped by their struggles, triumphs, and faith. Understanding the historical context in which these poetic works were written allows us to appreciate their depth and significance on a much richer level. The poems often emerged during pivotal moments in Israel's history, such as the Exodus from Egypt, the establishment of the monarchy, or the Babylonian exile. These events shaped not only the content of the poetry, but also its tone and purpose. For example, the laments in the Psalms often reflect the anguish of a people in exile, yearning for deliverance and the restoration of their homeland. At the same time, hymns of praise capture moments of victory and divine intervention, celebrating God's faithfulness in times of triumph. Many poems are directly connected to significant figures and events in ancient Hebrew society. David, a central figure in the Bible, is credited with composing many psalms that reveal his personal struggles, his repentance, and his deep trust in God. Similarly, the themes of covenant and divine kingship often highlight the unique relationship between God and his chosen people, emphasizing their identity and purpose in a world that frequently challenged their faith and existence. The poetry also serves as a mirror to the hopes, fears, and aspirations of the Hebrews. In their songs, they express a longing for justice, peace, and divine intervention. They wrestle with questions of human suffering, the nature of God, and the ultimate purpose of life. These poems were not only a way to process their circumstances, but also a means of preserving their history and passing down their beliefs to future generations. Ancient Hebrew poetry, therefore, is more than beautiful words on a page. It is a living testament to a people navigating their world, striving to understand their place in it, and seeking the presence of God amid life's uncertainties. By situating these poems in their historical context, we uncover a deeper understanding of their meaning and their enduring relevance. They remind us that even in the most turbulent times, faith and art can converge to create works of profound beauty and truth. Though written thousands of years ago, remains profoundly relevant in today's world. Its timeless themes of love, loss, faith, and justice transcend cultural and historical boundaries, resonating with modern audiences in ways that continue to inspire and guide. These poetic works are a testament to the universal human experience, offering wisdom and insights that are as meaningful now as they were in the ancient past. In a world marked by rapid change and uncertainty, the enduring truths found in ancient Hebrew poetry provide a sense of stability and hope. Themes such as unwavering faith in the midst of trials, the pursuit of justice in a broken world, and the healing power of love speak directly to contemporary challenges. For instance, the lament psalms give voice to sorrow and grief, offering a way for individuals today to process their pain and find comfort in God's presence. The poetry also offers profound insights into the human condition, capturing the complexities of relationships, the struggles of self-reflection, and the quest for meaning in life. Its vivid imagery and metaphors create connections that transcend time, allowing readers to see their own experiences reflected in the ancient text. In times of personal or societal unrest, the words of the psalmists remind us that we are not alone in our struggles and that faith has the power to transform despair into hope. Moreover, the ethical teachings and spiritual truths embedded in these poems continue to inspire action and change. The calls for justice, mercy, and humility resonate with modern movements seeking to create a more equitable and compassionate world. By revisiting these ancient works, individuals and communities can draw strength and clarity to address contemporary issues with wisdom rooted in tradition. Ancient Hebrew poetry is more than a relic of the past. It is a living source of guidance and inspiration. Its words bridge the gap between the ancient and the modern, inviting us to embrace its lessons and apply its wisdom to our lives today. Whether in moments of joy or sorrow, certainty or doubt, these timeless poems remind us of the enduring power of faith, love, and justice to shape a better world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the beauty of ancient Hebrew poetry. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like and share it to help others discover these timeless truths. And for more faith-filled content, subscribe to Faith in Action and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. See you next time.